Brian White from Mod My Rig, and I'm standing here with my buddy Murray and Kruger Construction on Instagram. You'll find him there. This amazing Tacoma build behind us. He's going to do a quick walk around with us, show us his favorite features on it, and what's making this truck so popular here at SEMA.
Right on. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for coming by. So there's a lot of features on this thing.
There's a lot of features, but I see everyone staring at your suspension.
Yeah, so let's start with that.
Quick overview.
This is made, it's AccuTune's in-house brand called Ride Shocks. And they, what they did was, what was really cool was I give them everything that's going on the truck, and they've completely tuned it. It's a whole package, so they gave us like the Deaver leaf springs and everything. And with it being so heavy, you know, a lot of guys, they'll toss their stuff on, get crazy sag. Trucks will ride real rough or too soft. So we can actually dial these in just right in here, and we can change how the truck rides essentially. So we were, for example, we were going through the mountains and my wife was sitting in the back with my daughter and she's like, it's a little choppy. And I was like, well, I can change that. So I dialed it down and this thing was just floating like a Cadillac. Obviously through the mountains, I couldn't take the corners because, you know, it's got a little more body roll when it's softened up, but it's super nice. It's aluminum. So for up in Canada, we're going to be great in salt. It's not going to corrode. Yeah, great company to work with, and designed and made in San Diego. You can see the lights here. We've got a lot of diode dynamic lights on here. I believe on the front there's 16 lights, not including the headlights. So this thing it completely lights up the night, which is perfect on the highways where we live. Lots of CBI armor. So we wanted to do a high clearance bumper, and that's exactly what they did for us. It's I think the Dakar they call it. We've got the full skid plates all the way underneath. It's all powder coated. You got to do a bit of a cut, but really anything on this truck can be done by anyone in their garage or shop. Like, I don't even have a lift. We just worked like off the floor sort of thing, or with our quick jacks to lift it up. And it was all done by me and my dad. My dad, you know, he's taught me stuff, but he sat on the lawn chair and he'd point his finger. I don't know if I'd do it like that. So pretty much the whole truck was just built with these two hands. We teamed up with Warner and Factor 55 to do a winch. We've got a synthetic cable in there. We moved the solenoid up there just to keep it out of the way so we could tuck things in. Sibon carbon fiber hood. You know, Brian, how heavy these hoods are.
These hoods are outrageously heavy. Did you put any strut supports in there as well?
No, we didn't. They say because this is so light, with those struts, it becomes hard to move and could damage the hood.
Yeah.
But yeah,
do you have any upgrades under the hood?
Nothing really. We did. I'll show you the aux beam because that's really cool. It's sort of a game changer because when you do so many lights, what happens is you get like a giant harness coming through the firewall to your panel. But on the truck here, with the aux beam, we have this panel here, and it looks like a breaker box, right? You open it up, it's got your fuses and relays in there, and one wire runs through the firewall to that 8-panel box. And that's where all the switches are on. And it's so easy to wire up.
And I noticed a really nice LED as soon as you open the hood.
We put the LED up there to glow through the vents and the scoop a little bit and give us some light here. And then we've got a light right there as well. And everything is running off of this aux beam panel there. So
and you're still running the original battery. Look at that. That's
original
impressive.
battery. So we have these lights on all day here at SEMA. And we use half a battery in 8 hours.
Wow.
So there's 10 lights altogether that are running all day here at the show. So just shows how little
they use.
LED uses. Yeah. And they're bright, so it's got a Bluetooth, an app, and we can change all the colors. They're all interlinked. So you go through the app. If you want them all purple, they all change purple. You can change your brightness, make them flash and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Then we got the CBI skid plates. A lot of people, when I showed these on Instagram, they're like, oh, you put on running boards. And it's like, no, they're actually mounted to the frame. So the engineer at CBI, it was really cool because when we went down there, it's a family-owned company. Everything's built on their campus. It's all fabricated there. It's all powder-coated there. And the engineer said that these could withstand a 3-foot fall before they start bending. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, Prinzu rack. They've got mounts for our link there for all of our diode dynamic lights. It's sort of outrageous how many lights are up there. We've got the handles here for the Prinzu, Pelican boxes. One really cool feature that was not done intentionally is our iCamper. My wife and daughter, 6-year-old daughter, sleep on this side of the iCamper. And so they put all their clothes in that box, and they can access like their pajamas or clothes for in the morning right from there. And my daughter likes to climb up here and sit on top of the truck. So it's pretty cool. And then, yeah, take you around to the back. We've got the Smart Cap. So if you haven't heard of Smart Cap before, it's made in Africa, forged in Africa. It's stainless steel, it's powder coated, and it's a really cool system. It comes as 5 pieces. You bolt it all together. They're really keen on you torquing it properly so that it doesn't leak. But one thing I found out after the fact is when you're doing off-roading and gravel roads, especially where we live, you get lots of dust in your cap. It has a little sort of ram air with a filter on the top of the cap, and that creates positive pressure when you're driving. So the air is pushing out instead of being pulled in, so you're not getting dust in the cap. They've got these really cool bins here that bolt in. This is their kitchen bin. So we've got a full stove here, and you don't cook on here because you'd splatter grease or whatever, but it holds it so you can take it off, put it on a table. But this folds in here, and then this just comes down, closes up. Really nice seals around here, and as you can see, you got everything you need for a camping kitchen, even a cutting board that comes out on the side here. And then we went with the iCamper. This is their deluxe. So it's got the lights inside, cork lining on the floor, help with condensation. It comes with self-inflating mattresses up to 5-inch with memory foam. So super, super comfy. That was really important. I'm getting a little older, working construction all our lives, you know. You can't take it like you used to, so you got to be comfy.
Got to be comfy.
Yep, and then around the back, we've got
this.
The whole decked single drawer slide out, which is awesome. We've got our gear wrench tools in here for the trip, which we actually used for, we were talking before about doing some mods on the way down from Canada.
And got the deck, got the cover.
Yes, that is super nice. I thought that was
nice.
going to get ripped up pretty quick, but I've been sliding stuff in all summer on that, and no tears, no rips or anything.
I see you have a few goodies hanging in here as well.
Yeah, we've
Very
got
nice.
a couple magnets with hammer there and
what
fire
am I looking
extinguisher.
at up here above your lid?
Oh yes, so this is, so iCamper is from Korea, and one of the guys that helped design it broke off and started his own company. So this is called LNT, Leave No Trace, and it's really, really cool awning. So the big sell is when you're going through the bush and you have your awning on the side, it's a big box and it like hits the trees, it sticks out so much more than it has to, and they cause quite a bit of wind noise. So this guy right here, I just undo these and I can pull this out and it goes all the way out 12 feet, and then you just have your little bag with your awning on it. And
Nice.
you can, and
That's
so
very
there's
cool.
one for each side, and you can actually unhook them and leave your site set up,
Oh, very nice.
and take off and do overlanding during the day. Leave out all your chairs and stove and stuff, and it's a really cool system. And they also have, so iCamper has their own annex, which is quite a bit smaller than the LNT one. The LNT was designed so you could have a table in the middle and then all your chairs around it and still walk around. And that was huge because when we were out in BC in the mountains, camping by rivers and stuff, lots of mosquitoes. So having a screened in area was just amazing for eating.
The annex is a
cooking.
little work to set up, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
takes a
It
little
is,
bit.
yeah. And that's one thing about this build is, like I built lots of cars and stuff. And you go cruising, maybe you track them now and then. But this was just totally different. It got us, out of the city, out into the bush with the family. I don't generally cook at home, but when we're doing this, my wife and daughter, they will go to the park. I'll set everything up. I'll start cooking. We'll do the dishes together. So it's really brought the family together, separated the work and family time sort of thing, which is really important, as you know.
And you have the Rhino Rack Sunseeker.
Yeah,
awning
so
on that
that's
side.
we had the LNT on here originally.
Yeah.
But when we found we were going to like trade shows and stuff to show the truck, we wanted something that could stand on its own. And yeah, this one was great price, I think.
How's this side of the Smart Cap set up?
We don't
Just
have
storage?
anything on here. Yeah, it's just storage. I got it locked right now, but yeah, what we were gonna do was put another bin in there down the road with drawers.
Very
They've got
nice.
tool drawers on it. Yep.
Well, that is awesome. Well, thank you so much for the walk around, and hopefully this inspires somebody to do some more mods on their vehicle. But it's great to see a work of art like this, and it's wonderful to watch you build this over Instagram. I'm sure a lot of us that are going to see this video have seen the build. So thanks a lot, Murray.
Of course, yeah. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.